Welcome to the Morning Mindset with me, Craig Skelton. Every day we kick off your morning with positivity, actionable insights, and the motivation you need to conquer the day ahead. Whether you're looking to develop a positive mindset, a habit of persistence, or simply starting the day on the right foot, this podcast is your daily dose of inspiration and practical advice. So today I'm talking about why you should structure your hours and days when you are self-employed. It doesn't really matter what industry you're in, managing your time effectively can make all the difference to you and your business. So why am I talking about this today? First off, let's look at why structure is essential. So when you're self-employed, you have freedom. That's the benefit of being self-employed. You've got freedom to set your own time, your own diary, your own schedule, whatever that looks like for you. You've got that freedom. However, with freedom comes great responsibility because without clear structure, it's easy to fall into the trap of working too much on your business or working too little on your business as well. And that's why I wanted to talk about that today. So the first thing to look at is having structured hours every single day will increase your productivity. Your brain will know what time of day you are focused on working and what time of day you're focused on relaxing. Your brain will get in tune with that. So then it will know that at set times of day, it's switched on its focus. It knows you should be working right now. That will help if you've got set working hours because it will significantly boost your productivity because it has that mental switch to go right. This is because like your mind and your body will get into a habit. It will get into a rhythm of when you're working and when you're not. And then that will make it easier to get into a natural flow state and it will help you become more effective when you are working. And it will also help with when you're not working as well, with switching off and relaxing and taking that time out. There's one technique, structuring your hours, where you can look at, I know some people do it where it's like 45 minutes on, 15 minutes off. So they break down every single hour. It just then helps with a high level of concentration. I know some people that will do 25 minutes on, 5 minutes off. So they break down every single day, have a really set 25-minute focus. There's no emails, no distractions, no nothing. 25 minutes of completing that task. And then they have the 5-minute break, going to make a cup of tea, walking away from the laptop. Some people do 25 and 5. Some people do 45 and 15. So they break it down in bigger chunks, 45 minutes on, no distractions. One thing that I do something like that, and I have a timer. So then that sort of says, I set the time, 45 minutes. There's no email distractions, no messages, nothing going on, no social media. 45 minutes of getting the task done. Then 15 minutes of walking away, getting a drink, just chilling out for 15 minutes because you've got the task done what you wanted to do. This sort of structured approach really helps. Like you are concentrating, you are focused on what you're doing, you're not worrying about anything else, you just focus on that one task for the next 45 minutes. So by breaking it down into hour chunks, half an hour chunks, it maintains your productivity, but it also helps with stress levels. You feel less stress about what you've got to do. You feel less overwhelmed. And so you have less anxiety about what you're doing day in, day out. The second point is that you will have a better work-life balance as well, because someone who's self-employed, it's easy to do work every hour of every single day. And it's hard, especially when you're first starting out from going from employed to self-employed. You're on your emails constantly and things like that. You're letting work bleed into every single hour of every single day, and there's no defined, I'm in work mode now, I'm in relax mode now, or out of work mode now. So there's no boundaries set with that. So having a clear start to the day and a clear end to the day helps with creating those boundaries as well, which will help with your professional life, with your business, being self-employed. It will also help with your personal life as well, having those set boundaries. I have set boundaries within my business and what I do. I think it just works very well for me in terms of these are my hours of the day. Yes, sometimes things creep in, that cannot be helped. However, you have that focus core time, you'll feel better about what you're doing, you'll feel better about your productivity, you'll feel better about your business, but then you'll also feel better about your relaxation and your work-life balance as well. This boundary is just all about well-being. It's all about making sure that you've got that work-life balance. It will help with your mental health as well and that overall well-being. And you got to remember, with setting your core hours and your working hours, it's about what works right for you. Me, I'm a morning person. I'm in my office at 7 o'clock every single morning, so I structure my day around those times. And I know what works for me when I've got time to set the dogs out, when I've got to take time for my mental well-being, I've got to take time out for my fitness routine and things like that. So making sure that what works for you, it works for you. Everybody's different. Everybody's like mind's different. Everybody's working days different in terms of hours and things like that. So set times that working for you, because then you might find that you're an afternoon person. So you might find that you get up in the morning, spend time with the family, having time for yourself, what it is, and then you tackle your day 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, and then later on into the day. I'm different. I think the hours are the same. You just got to shift it in terms of when it works right for you. And more importantly, it gives you that work-life balance as well, because then you can switch off, you can close the door on the office, you can then take yourself out of that situation, that work situation, and get the importance of that, the relaxation, spending time doing what you want to do, pursuing hobbies and the rest of it. Also as well, when you're looking at structuring your day, it's about setting your priorities as well. So when you structure your days, it's looking at allocating specific times for different tasks. So, for example, you will know your own mind, you'll know what works well for you. So, if you're on burnout and just want to do admin tasks in the afternoon, like I am, you'll set those time in a day. So, you'll know what your priorities are, get your time slots booked in, what you're doing when. That will help you set up and giving you priority with what your tasks you need to do. And again, you won't be feeling overwhelmed, because you know what activities you've got to do that day. You're giving them time slots that work well for you, and you'll just make sure that those things happen. And thing is as well, it reduces decision fatigue, because decision fatigue is real. When you are constantly making decisions, which we have to do as self-employed individuals day in, day out, what to work on, what not to work on, it drains your mental energy. By predetermining your schedule, by starting your day where you know you've got your time slots booked in and what's happening when, that will eliminate the smaller decisions you've got to make. And when you eliminate those sort of small decisions, so you know exactly what needs to be done and when, that will free up quite a lot of mental energy to deal with the more critical tasks that will get thrown at you during the day. So you will take action, you'll get the task done, you'll have impact on your business, which is what it's all about. And one of the things as well with regards to structuring hours, improve your accountability, because when you've got a structured schedule, it's easier to track your progress. It's easier to hold yourself accountable, because if you've got time slots in the day, 45 minutes on, 15 minutes off, getting these things done, that's you starting your day like that and get your time slots allocated. It will then help you with your accountability, because you'll be able to see whether you're doing that or not, and you'll hold yourself accountable. So you might have specific goals each day, each week, each month. And as with everything, accountability is crucial to stay on track for you and for your business, and making sure you are growing, making sure you're moving towards those important goals that you've set for yourself and your business. It also helps with stress reduction as well, because if you've got clear structure to your day, it reduces the uncertainty. And the thing is as well, that things will get thrown at you during the day, and that will could throw into chaos if you're not structured. Whereas if you know exactly what you need to do, you'll be able to deal with the things that are thrown at you in a lot more clear, level-headed state if you are structured. And the last point, and another important point when you are self-employed, it will also enhance your professionalism as well, because if you are well structured in your approach, clients will see that you are, that will demonstrate to your clients. So they will see that you are well organized, they see that you're reliable, and you are serious about the business that you are running. You will demonstrate that to your clients. So when clients are trying to contact you, or you're having conversations with clients, it will come across that you are well structured, level-headed, and totally professional in terms of what you're doing. You're a safe pair of hands, and you will demonstrate that. If you're in chaos and you're not planning, you're not structured, you will demonstrate that consciously or subconsciously to your clients. And again, that's not something you want to do. So structuring your days and your hours will help with effectively demonstrating to your clients how professional that you are. And finally, you've got to remember, with any structure, there has to be a degree of flexibility, because things will get thrown at you every single day. But if you are structured and you know what tasks you've got to do, when things get thrown at you, you'll deal with them in a level-headed way, and you'll just move things around and balance things out to be able to then adjust accordingly your structure and your schedule. Whereas if you've got unorganized chaos, you feel overwhelmed. So just to recap, structuring your working hours and your working days for me are critical. Being self-employed, it's about finding out a balance that works for you. As I've said, everything about this is very individual, and it's about creating those habits that maximizes productivity, improves your work-life balance as well, because that's what you went self-employed for. It reduces the stress and it enhances your professionalism. So that's today's episode about structuring your day. Hope you felt that helpful and inspiring. Structuring your days and hours can really transform not only your work but your life as well. I have done that. I've seen that firsthand, and that's something that I feel passionate about and why I wanted to get out on the podcast, because I know that's something that has worked for me. So give it a go, embrace that change. If it does work for you, let me know how it goes. Speak to me on platforms, message me on the platform, direct message me. Let me know how it goes in terms of what you've done to structure today. So, yeah, that's today's podcast. Thank you for listening. If you love the podcast, please share it. Please subscribe. Do whatever you can to get this podcast out into helping other people with their morning mindset. Everything you do is much appreciated. So have an amazing day as always. Stay motivated, stay focused, stay positive, and don't forget to run your own race.